Hello and welcome Gamer Hellions to the new and ever so slightly improved Hell's Game Room. I'm Apocalypse and I'm here on a mission to find games worthy of my collection. And today, I'm feeling like in the mood to do some hacking and slashing, but I'm not sure what game I should play. There's plenty of hack and slashes out there. There's God of War, there's that new Castlevania game out there. I can play Devil May Cry. But I think I have an idea for a game that's a little more overlooked. A game that hasn't really ever gotten any attention whatsoever. I'll show you just now.
Exploits, you have been chosen for judgment.
X-Blades is a hack and slash game developed by Gaijin Entertainment, creators of the vehicle combat MMO War Thunder in 2009. In the game, you play as a treasure hunter named Ayumi, or as I like to call her, Dante Barbie. Ayumi is on the trail of a big score with the help of a map that she says she found in a book, though the intro cutscene seems to suggest differently because this is not a book. But we can fix that. So Ayumi ventures forth with her trusty gunblades in search of her rewards, but what she finds is a ruin filled with dangerous traps, magical creatures, and a mysterious curse. When I first saw this game, it was really a game I just, passed by. I didn't really think about picking it up. And mainly it's because, seriously, look at it. It looks like a game that you would get a Blockbuster because all the other games are gone and you're kind of just stuck with whatever they have there. It can't be that bad of a game because it was actually given a 6 out of 10, which I don't consider that a horrible score. It's not a great score, but it can't be all that bad, which is what I'm saying. And I got it for $1. So at the very least, if it does suck, it can sit on my counter and be a very sexy eye candy. Wow. Okay, let's get the gameplay. This game starts off in the ruins of a building that isn't ever really mentioned, with Ayumi giving you some prologue commentary with the voice and attitude right out of a kid's Barbie movie.
All over the world in search of treasure, and I found riches beyond imagination. Oh, and I always work alone. Why would I want a partner? I'd have to share the loot.
And one of the first things that you notice is, for an adventurer / treasure hunter, Ayumi packs light. Really, really light. Like seriously, what was Gaijin thinking when they designed this character? I was already worried when I found out that a company that almost exclusively made aerial combat games was making a hack and slash game, but piled this character design on top of that bad news cake, and I was sure that this was going to be a game to remember. Did someone really look at this character and go, voila, we got the next Dante, Kratos, Ryu, fucking Hayabusa, all rolled into one but with titties and a thong. Fucking nailed it. Now the gameplay starts with your basic tutorial run. This game controls much like many other hack and slash games. You got your one button combos, jump button, and spells that can be programmed to either one of the buttons or the bumpers. On top of that, you get guns that are attached to your blades, and a quick shooting button with animations right out of a Devil May Cry game. And I mean exactly, floating and all. Now the controls can vary depending on what you're trying to do. Hacking and slashing is fluid and quick, but if you want to jump, no. You want to land properly? No. How about performing the few advanced combos that are in the game? Forget about that. The game is set up in sections of small areas that will close you until you defeat the monsters to move on. Every once in a while you'll get bosses mixed in, and this can be pretty frustrating as these bosses can be difficult, and not in the yeah this is challenging kind of way, but in the what the fuck do I do kind of way. A lot of these bosses require certain specific spells or attack methods, and none of these are actually mentioned in the game. The best you can do in-game is look at the bestiary and look at the creature descriptions for clues as to how to kill them. And a lot of the time this info in the bestiaries is actually wrong. Like here where it says magic doesn't work so you have to use your blades. But that's bullshit because you can't actually hit the thing with your swords. Now after the short tutorial area, you will start to see the first few enemies, and this is when you get your first taste of actual magic in the game. And compared to the other mechanics in the game, the magic is pretty decent. You pick from a multitude of different elements, and you will need them as some of the creatures can only be damaged by specific attacks. Now does the game do enough to tell you which attacks damage which creatures? No, not really. It's mostly trial and error. Your magic uses up your rage meter, which is filled by either attacking with swords, taking damage, breaking crystals, or by pressing the charge button, which I didn't even know existed till I got stuck without magic in an area. There are also different types of attacks for each element. Usually you get a projectile, an aura, a weapon augment, and an area attack that comes with a pretty cool mini cutscene that is different with each element. After you've gotten through the first few enemies, you'll get into the Sun Temple, and this is where you find the artifact that you're looking for. But before you can snag it, you get stopped by this bipedal lion known as the Light. And of course, you counter his demands with some grade A gratitude and touch the artifact anyways.
Don't do that!
This is gonna be your first boss battle, and you will learn fairly quickly that you can't do much to this guy, so you're forced to camp near this red crystal and use your rage to spam spells till you beat him. But once you do that, you're suddenly taken over by this curse that infects you once you've gotten a hold of the artifact. And the Light takes this opportunity to face fuck you with a fireball. A fireball that apparently teleports you to a coast somewhere. Is it heaven? Is it hell? Well, this game already feels like hell, so I'm voting hell. And this is where you get your first real taste of what the game has in store. Remember when I mentioned the difficulty in this game? Well, the next room is the epitome of cheap difficulty, where they just send hordes and hordes of enemies at you in an attempt to overpower you, but this is easily countered by using something I like to call the samurai method. This is where you see an anime where samurai run and then turn around to attack, then just repeat the pattern until they're all dead. After an area or two of this, you will enter a closed off room where you must survive a spike trap until this guy comes and saves you. His name is Jay, and his purpose in the game is I guess to just be another character. I mean, the story in this game is incredibly sparse and you won't see very much of him. He just rescues you and then tells you vaguely what he's doing there, and then he tries to heal you of your curse, which makes you have a dark magic bitch fit, which scares him off. Once you fight off the creatures that your dark magic brought forth, it's time to go hunting for the Light artifact. And on your way you must, of course, fight more monsters. You do this to collect souls and to get new spells. You can level up your other weapons too by collecting coin pieces. You got silver coins for your guns, gold coins for your blades, and ruby coins for your aerial attacks. After you get past a few areas and traps, you will meet back up with Jay as he's taking on the Dark, which is basically just a palette swap of the Light, except that this guy is immune to magic. So any fireballs you throw at him will just get sent back at you. Now if you look in the bestiary, it says that the best way to kill this guy is to use your blades. But that's a lie, your blades will do absolutely nothing to this guy. The only way to beat him is to spam Earthquake over and over again. But once you beat him, he'll just run off like a pussy. Followed by some corny comments by Jay and judgmental look by Yumi. Cause, you know, she has lines just littered with gold. These boss fights have a ton of problems with them. First, you don't know what to do, and you get no hints as to what to do. Then when you figure it out, they get super easy, and on top of that, these are the only parts of the game that actually have any real story to them. Between all of these, all you have is a bunch of areas where you just mindlessly kill monsters, no real puzzles, no anything. Just run, enter area, kill off creatures, and run to the next area, till you reach the next boss, and then another snippet of story. After another few areas of mindless repetitive hacking and backtracking, you will reach the second artifact. There you will witness Jay fighting the Dark again, and this time, he gets completely pwned. Now here's where you get to see something new. You see these black lines on the ads? These connect the Dark to the ads and will protect him from any attack. So you're gonna have to kill the ads first, and once you do that, you gotta spam Ice Arrow to kill him. After the first few rounds of this, the ads will actually stop being attached to him, so you can just focus your attack on the Dark. And after a couple Ice Arrows, he'll just completely die. And then you prove your stupidity by touching the second artifact.
No!
and then you have another vision, and your curse is gone. And it's finally over.
You're saying it's all over when you don't even understand what you've done. Of course you got rid of the dark power, but what do you think happened to it? Do you think it simply disappeared with the wind?
You know, this game, as far as hack and slash games go, X-Blades is pretty damn forgettable. It's a game that I've passed by before. It's a game I probably should have passed by again. It's just a game that's completely littered with bad character design, controls that function basically whenever the hell they want, and you know, a story that is extremely sparse. There's almost no story in this game. The only time you ever see anything is when you like hit a boss, or like the one or two few like really random encounters with what's its face. I've totally forgot his name already. And like I said, completely forgettable story-wise and gameplay-wise as a whole. And then, you know, you get into the dialogue where this, like, the dialogue makes all the characters seem super boring. You got, you know, a Yumi who's just a pure, like, just down to the bone brat. Like, seriously, completely unlikable character. And then you got, you know, the other guy who, like, I mean, basically sounds like he doesn't even speak English. At the end of the day, you know, with all of that in mind, I'm going to give this game a 2 out of 5. I am going to stress the fact that, you know, that's my opinion. You know, you may have your opinion. In fact, I do recommend that you put that in the comments, because I'm always up to hearing your opinion. But, you know, I'm not one that's going to just completely say this game is passable by all, because there are going to be the people who are open-minded who don't mind a sparse story or just a crappy dialogue or anything like that and might want to play it. And there's, you know, some diehard hack and slash fans who I do know like this game. You know, I'm a big fan of Bubsy, and everyone thinks that game really sucks, which, you know, I don't agree with. So, you know, you're always welcome to make your own opinion. But like I said, 2 out of 5. You know, just not where it could be, Gaijin. You guys could have done better. I know you could have done better because I've played your other games. Other games have good story. Your other games have great gameplay. So what happened here, I do not know. And you know, yeah, that is Hell's Game Group. You have a great day. Peace. Hello and thank you, Gamer Hellions, for watching this week's episode. I'm back to do more videos. I should be putting these out every Saturday again, just like I was doing before I left to upgrade stuff. But as always, I still want to know what you guys think. How did you guys like the video? Just, you know, leave me some feedback. What do you think about X-Blades? How do you feel about this game? Have you played it? And you know, what were your thoughts on it? I really want to know. I like to just get everybody's side so that I know, you know, what the general consensus about this game is. I mean, that's kind of why I started the channel. I want to hear everybody's thoughts and everybody's ideas. Kind of why I'm here. We got 2 videos down there in case you want to catch up on some of my other videos. I have a discussion video, the first and the only one I've done so far, but I will be doing more. Just it's about the top 5 multiplayer online games. And then I have another one that is my very first video, my Overlord review. Yeah, you can check out either one, but just make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you liked it. Thank you. Peace out.